Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, and thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Uh, the big news today is the Trump announcement, and that's why I have that, because a couple of things are coming to my mind that I feel that's the most pressing of all the news or today's news. Uh, I don't know how many of you, I'm sure you have seen some of the clips that have been posted because maybe CNN broadcast the Trump announcement live. I don't know. I was watching MSNBC. It was not, and I wasn't interested. I did not want to watch it, but I watched some of the clips. You know, intuitively, I feel like saying, "This is a show. This is a ruse." I know Trump has been talking about running for president since he left the White House. I feel this is just baloney. I don't know how many of you, when he said, specifically the phrase, when he said, "I am running for president," or something to that effect, intuitively I feel he wasn't sincere. He knew that he was not going to make it. I mean, running for president, that is. He was not going to become president again. And as he was standing there, what I felt like was someone who was trying to thwart at least DOJ, because it feels like Trump has just realized he's being treated or will be treated just like everyone else. And he's having difficulties dealing with that. So at this point, he will put on a show or any kind of shenanigan just so thinking or hoping that he'll get away with it. And the other thing is, Ivanka wasn't there, I heard. I'm sure all of you have heard. I'm simply citing what's in the news. And Don Jr. weren't there. Well, it's not that Don Jr. is still going to be talking. But since they know this is a show, that's why they were not there. And Ivanka is convinced that her father will never be president again, and her husband is fully aware of that as well. And I know they are saying that, not, I'm saying it in the public, Republicans are saying Trump is ahead in the polls as far as who should get the nomination. I feel intuitively that's going to change. I don't feel Trump will remain at the top of the ticket. And I don't feel DeSantis is going to get the nomination. I don't feel DeSantis has what it takes to survive through a primary. You know, a lot of people, the 1% of the 1%, they don't want Trump. And a lot of leaders and people in both houses are wishing that Trump would go away. They are pushing DeSantis right now. I believe I said that yesterday. You know, some people are saying to him, don't, let Trump talk. But others are pushing him to do something, no matter whatever it is that he has, do something so that he can make Trump feel uncomfortable or take Trump on. And the 1% of the 1%, they are ready. They don't, and okay. To prove my point, the newspaper just flashed in front of me, the New York Post, I believe. It's one of those Murdoch's newspapers. Said a Florida guy made an announcement. See page 26, something to that effect. Murdoch is not doing that in a vacuum. Like I've always said, there is a coordination taking place behind the scenes. And these are to let Trump know we are not backing you and we don't want you. It's time for someone else. Trump has gotten the message, but since he doesn't listen, basically what he's doing right now, he knows it's a show. If he wins, he wins. He knows he's not going to win, but he's going to do it anyway because he has bigger issues than that. And to him, intuitively, when I focused on him last night, what he's saying is, I may go to jail. You don't care because you don't have the troubles that I have. So he's doing whatever he feels he needs to do to stay out of prison. Basically, that's what this is all about. Trump doing everything he can to stay out of jail, not jail. Some of you have corrected me on that, and I appreciate it. Prison. And intuitively, I don't feel that's going to work. I know a lot of law experts, people, like Weissman, these people, they know this is not going to help Trump. They've said it, and it resonates with me. But what's driving Trump now, it's fears, and also the other thing he's trying to do is he's going to do, or he's been doing it in a subtle way, but going forward, once he gets indicted, DOJ is going to have to put him on notice that he will be held accountable or responsible for any violence. Because what Trump is going to do is keep his base, his supporters, prime for violence. I don't see them doing it. I don't see anybody going out, start a war on Trump's behalf. They know what happened on January 6th. They know they'll lose. You have a few sick puppies, like the guy who, tried to hurt the Pelosi family. Those people, yes, we have them. Those are still my concern. But intuitively, I feel Trump is being just, out there. He's just out there without any support except for his supporters, and I don't feel his supporters. Most of them are going to abandon him anyway over time. I predicted last year that the infighting that we see going on today, it's full-fledged war behind the scenes. We are hearing tidbits here and there, but it's worse than we are hearing. And Trump, yes, he's still at the root of all these things. But I feel he's going to lose because McCarthy, the pathological liar, they're in good company, Trump's company. He's growing tired of doing Trump's biddings. He's beginning to wonder when and how he's going to be able to get rid of Trump. So he's not going to say it on TV, but he's hoping Trump will get indicted and shut up. That's what I'm getting from McCarthy. And you know something, guys, that I am very concerned about? Another Trump who's taking notice, who has learned on what Trump has done, and come and try the same thing, but he's a lot smarter than Trump. Don't be surprised if another Republican try the same thing. That's what Carrie Lake is trying to do, but it's not going to work. She's being humiliated already anyway. So, but we don't be surprised if we have other people like that, because they see that it has worked to a certain extent for Trump, and if they feel they are smarter, and I'm not talking about DeSantis, the scientists told me can't survive, the fight that's coming among Republicans for the presidency. It feels like to me it's going to be somebody new, and I'm not saying this person is going to be a candidate in this 24 cycle. It may be after that. But yes, we got to keep an eye on that. But one thing I feel that gives me a lot of hope. Somebody told me Gen Z, the date range is 1991 to 1996 or something like that, or 2006. I don't remember exactly, but that's Gen Z. That generation, or let me put it this way, the younger generation is what's going to save us from these people. And now, like I said this morning, I saw it again, an article. The Republicans now want to raise the voting age. I don't feel they're going to succeed in that either. But to go back to tighten what I started, the title of the stream, what I call the stream, Trump is not going to win. Trump is going to be the laughing stock of this country. He already is. He's being ridiculed at every turn. I don't feel it's going to gain traction. He knows. He doesn't even believe in what he's doing when I focused on him last night. And this morning too. And another thing I feel Biden is doing, again, Biden is striking again. I don't know how many of you have seen the video that Biden put out of Trump, some of Trump's stupid utterings, and I feel Biden is going to continue to counter everything Trump says. Trump is not going to get away because right now, basically, he's officially a candidate, and Biden is not going to sit back and take the blows. It feels like to me they have some pretty good counterpunch. So, and I read a little while ago that they are ready. The Biden people are ready. But intuitively, I feel if Trump thinks although he knows what he's doing, it's a big show. It's to keep him out of jail, but he's going to continue to attack and basically repeat his familiar lies, thinking he can throw Biden off his path or the great job that Biden is doing. I don't feel that's going to work. In fact, if anything, Biden is going to shame him. Biden is a lot smarter than Trump, and they know. You see, Trump doesn't understand. We have his number. We know how to pull his chance, and Biden is going to do that. And that's why sometimes if you see Trump pretty angry because Biden does not respond to his, whatever he says. That frustrates him, and also he's so jealous. Every time he sees Biden, or Biden does anything, Biden in Air Force One, Biden is in the limousine, the beast. Oh boy, when I focus on Trump, he can't take it. This guy is so selfish, self-centered, and jealous, full of rage and jealousy. It's unbelievable. He feels it, however incompetent he is, he doesn't realize how incompetent he is to begin with, and he doesn't accept that at all. But he feels like he should be. Biden doesn't deserve to be that position. That's the way I get Trump. But right now he's trying again. It's mostly because he knows he's not going to be president again. He knows he has not done anything, and people around him have told him and convinced him. You have not added new voters. You have not convinced anyone why they should vote for you. And they told him, you lost once, you're going to lose again. He knows that. So my prediction is, please don't let this shenanigan that Trump is trying to pull now raise your blood pressure. No, worry or listen to those people from on talking heads on TV. Oh, he'll probably be president again. I'll bet my money on it. It's not going to happen. The number of regular voters plus Gen Z, it's really this time, if Trump were to survive the primary, because the primary, the Republican primary that's coming for this cycle is going to be brutal. Yeah, and you know who's going to catch a lot of it? A lot of it if he runs. If he runs, because I don't feel DeSantis is ready. He's fully committed because he's terrified. Yeah, that's what I get when I focus on DeSantis about running for 2024. Scared. Because he knows how he is. He knows he's thin-skinned. He knows once they start calling him out, telling the truth about him, he becomes emotional and does not know how to reply. He knows his weaknesses. The question is going to be, how does he manage his weaknesses? And he's not sure yet. The 1% of the 1% want him to jump in. He'll probably jump in because he has $150 million, but he's counting his chicken. So it's not a big deal. Rose Blue says, will the RNC pay his bills as stated if he did this? This is not a prediction, but according to what I've heard and read in the newspapers, once he said, he's running, that's it. So I have no reason to even try to make any prediction on that. I feel what they said is they're going to carry it out. That's their rules anyway. If I recall how I read this stuff. Dennis Thomas says, will the 14th Amendment be used on Trump inductee before 2024? I feel like saying yes. And the reason why I'm saying yes, there is, I forgot the name of this group of people who said the minute Trump announced they're going to sue him and prevent him from running, but also Biden. I would not be surprised if Biden takes an active role in preventing him from running, or however that works. I don't know. Because Biden, according to intelligence reports, Biden is convinced that he would be the right thing for this country to prevent Trump from running again. So it's not something he's doing out of jealousy or anything of that sort. It's because he truly believes that Trump should be stopped at all costs, and Trump will be stopped. And that's possibly why I know he said, last night he said he's going to run. I'm not feeling it. And, well, after I watched him last night, I really didn't, last night and this morning, I'm not feeling it. Yes, he's running. I believe what he says, but he did not convince me that. In fact, Haberman said the same thing too. It seemed like his heart is not in it. That's the way she put it. So, and that's how that's what I get when I watched his video. Guys, let me tell you something. As I was thinking about this last night, don't be surprised. I am not sure how this is going to happen. But if Trump is not embarrassed on stage one of these days, let's see what happens. When I say embarrassed, I mean something happened that's really, it may have to do something legal. We'll see. But this guy is going to be very embarrassed. Okay, I know that it's not in his DNA, but yeah, it's going to be that bad. Okay, and I'm sure some of you have questions about the missile that landed in Poland. I feel NATO is correct. Just in case you guys have questions about that, I don't feel they're giving Russia a pass. Now, do you guys remember I said Trump is looking for a third country to go to? Because he wasn't sure how things were going to work out in Russia. I read either this morning or yesterday. I thought he was going to go to China. I think that's what I said. I think that's where I thought he was going to go, but he's going to go to Central Africa. From what I read this morning, I forget the name of the newspaper. It's not Raw Story. I believe it's an English newspaper. But anyway, they said that he's been saving gold and $14 billion cash he has in Central Africa, just in case he has to run from Russia. That's what I heard. And Elon Musk, the latest, I saw it this morning, so I have to give you my intuitive impression on that. He's still, I don't feel he's going to stop torturing and making the people who work for him, he's not going to stop making them feel less than he is. And, according to him, and since the first two things people tell you, he's the richest man in the world, and he's very smart. So those things have gone into his head, and he thinks that, just like Trump, in some ways, that will protect him somehow from the consequences of his actions. Intuitively, when I focus on this guy, he has no idea the amount of negative energy he's creating for himself. And yes, I feel he's in for a major fall. Except for his sycophants, just like Trump has sycophants, he has them too. People are just going to be people will laugh at him. And a lot of people are waiting for that day. Yeah. Okay. Let me look for some questions. Electrosome says, is Garland finally going to charge him this year? What is he waiting for? Well, I don't know if it's this year or early next year. I know it's coming. And Linda said she feels it's going to be soon. If it happens this year or happen early next year, doesn't make any difference. I feel it's coming. And what Garland is doing, Garland wants to make sure, and I've said this before, Garland wants to make sure if he goes for Trump or whenever he does, Trump is not going to be able to get out of it. And that it's going to be multiple charges. Trump is not going to be indicted on one charge. Garland is not kidding. And Garland knows this whole Trump situation has gone beyond anything that Garland would tolerate and give someone a pass about. And it all has to do with Trump's big mouth. And also, Garland understands what Trump is doing now. And he's taking it personally. He's not going to do something dumb because he's taking it personally. But he feels what's getting to Garland and people around him, they know Trump is running for president to keep his people primed in order for him to be able, if he has to call on them to commit violence, that he'll be able to do it. And Biden is going to prove to Trump, we have we have all the weapons, like General Milley says once, we have all the guns and the personnel. You got nothing. That's Garland's attitude. Garland will take him on. Garland also feels like he has no choice. Trump has left him with no alternative but to do his job, and he's going to do it. That's the way I get, well, so far that's the way I am getting Garland. He's not, he doesn't like breaking precedents to be the first AG to indict a former president, but he has braced himself. So be it. He's going to do his job. That's the way I am getting him. So yeah, Trump is in trouble, my friend. Maxi Chacha is asking me, Lou, will the regime in Iran be overthrown soon? Yep, I don't know how soon, but they're done. I've said that before. That those mullahs, and you know what? I don't even think they can go to Europe. That's how bad this is going to be for them. Yep. Geraldine Wilson is saying if Trump leaves the country with his Secret Service detail, they're stopped. I don't know what, I think I know what you mean, Geraldine. Trump can't leave this country. Omega forever says Central Africa. Yep, I'm not going to read what you said, but yes, that's where. Oh no, Putin didn't say that. Trump said that. That's what Trump called Africa. But from what I understand, they have some of those African countries. Some of them are very, very nice. So maybe that's where. I mean, you know what? Putin has $14 billion there. This guy can have an army for the rest of his life protecting him wherever he lives. $14 billion is a lot of money. So if he lives another 15 years, 20 years, yeah, he has enough money to live well. In those countries, maybe it would be a little difficult, but over there, my glasses on the side is bothering me. That's why I'm going like this, so I hope you guys don't mind. So, yeah, he can do it. Joel Tilson says 45 flight risk from justice. No. I mean, yes, he's a flight risk. If he knew, there are two things. As you asked me that question, I'm getting two things. There is no place for him to go, number one, because he knows Trump is not in jail, but he's in jail. Okay. Number two, wherever he goes, his life would be in danger because he would not be traveling. He's safer in this country than if he were to travel outside of the country. There is that fear with him as well, that somebody may kill him. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, if he was beloved and smart, just like the Obamas, the Clintons, if he were loved like those people were loved or are loved, oh yeah, he can go anywhere he wants. But Trump is hated in Europe, and that's the only. Trump is not going to go to Africa. I'll tell you that. I mean, if he knew they were going to execute him tomorrow, then he will, who said that? Like Omega Forever said, yeah, he would go to one of those countries. Otherwise, no, he would go to Europe. Okay, but I don't see him going anywhere. This guy's stuck. Gracie says the Washington Post posted the GOP candidates Cruz, Nikki Haley, Scott, Pompeo, Sununu, Abbott, DeSantis. what I feel, the people I think, Sununu, Pompeo is a no, Scott is a laughing stock. And, I'm talking about people who will probably survive the longest. And DeSantis, I would be surprised if he doesn't drop out after the first or second round. So Sununu is the one who may survive. Abbott is going to be a laughing stock too. Abbott and, Nikki Haley doesn't have it. And she's been, the other day I heard she said that Warnock should be sent back to his country or something like that, or deported, something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. I'm sure the other Republicans are going to use that phrase against her. And she was in the Trump administration. I'm sure they're going to use that against her as well. I can see Sununu right now going after her for that. Scott, I have no idea what this guy is thinking. I don't know. Well, when it's in your chart, that I was looking at this person's chart the other day. I'm like, oh my God, she's wealthy, and I just happened to do her chart for her. Money is all over, regardless of how you look at. Is she making money? It's spell money. So I've never looked at Scott's chart. Scott is probably one of those people, but this guy is so stupid. I don't see how. Well, maybe Washington Post is just potential. I don't see how Scott is going to survive. Scott will never be president of this country. Look at his neck. This guy has the neck of a goat. I'm sorry, my goat. I have a lot of goat friends from my grandpa days when he used to own a farm. So I don't mean to disrespect him, but oh my God, no. So I believe the person who may survive is Sununu. Okay, that's my prediction. All right, let's see. Sylvia A. says, here in Philly, we received a busload of immigrants from the Texas governor, Abbott, and welcomed them, taking care of them as good humans too. Yes, and how is Abbott going to be? That's another guy. Well, he's not going to be the nominee. So we don't have to worry about that. What I was going to say is there is a secret weapon, against Republicans, and it's going to grow by the day as we go forward. Yeah. So Republicans have a lot of issues, and they can't help themselves. They say stupid things. Okay. That I don't know. Kylie says, how can anybody just say they're running for president without party endorsement? I don't know. Does the party have to endorse you? I mean, if you have the nomination, I believe senators and people in Congress have to give you the okay. They have to give you the green light. Otherwise, I don't think you can do it. But running for president, I don't know. Please, somebody who knows better than I do, I don't know how that works. I'm sure we have specialists, and we have all kinds of specialists watching this stream, I tell you guys. Some very smart people. Okay. Let's see. Maxi Chacha says, baby goats are cute. Yes, very true. We go to a goat farm and get to feel them. Oh yeah, they're funny too. They try to buck, and they walk and try to run. Well, the way they can jump like this. They make wonderful goat cheese. Yep, and other products. Yeah, when I was growing up, we used to enjoy those good things. Oh, Patricia M says anyone can run for president of the United States, but this is not the primary yet. Then you need party endorsement. Oh, okay, to become the nominee. I don't know. I just from what I watch on TV, that's what I thought. Okay, Teresa T said the same. Anyone can run for president. You just have to qualify and pay the registration fee. Oh, I didn't know you had to pay a registration fee. Well, yeah, I guess you should know. I should know better. Gracie is asking, was anyone impressed by Pence in his interview? Not me. These people are not going to get a pass from me because I could tell what they were up to behind the scenes when Trump was in the White House. So at this point, I couldn't care less what they have to say. Let's see. Greg Dixon says, no problem. McConnell has a turkey neck and a turtle body. Oh, boy. Electra Staub says, when will Abbott be stopped about the busload of immigrants? I don't think he's going to stop. He's going to continue doing it until it doesn't work for him anymore. And Texans start noticing how much money. From what I understand, those busloads of people, it's expensive. So once Texans wake up and start complaining. Timberlily says Trump is the gift that keeps on giving to for Democrats. For me too. Give me something to talk about, and make prediction about too. So I mean, this guy is so disgusting. And the thing is, he expects us to believe some of the stuff he's saying. It's unbelievable. Yesterday, I don't know about you guys, if you saw the clips, okay? You could tell, at least I could tell, this is shenanigan. This is baloney. He's just trying to, keep himself away away from jail. That's it. Because he knows he's going down. And somebody said that on TV this morning. They validated what I've been saying for a long time. The amount of lawsuits that he has coming for him can bankrupt him. And I've said that before. The amount of money they say he has is mind-boggling. It's a lot of money. But yes, I've never... All I've gotten, because people like myself, we can't explain why we get certain information sometimes. All I know is what I've told you guys. I saw him sitting on a cheap beach chair on the beach somewhere, probably near Mar-a-Lago, looking at his old mansion, and he was wearing one of those bathing suits. Yeah. So, I always felt that he was if he doesn't go broke, he's going to lose a ton of money. He's going to be living just like us. They may even cut his government check too because of some of the things that he's done. Don't be surprised. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can call me on my YouTube number or send me an email. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the bell, the notification bell. And please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Jules C, since you have a bunch of emoji there, I couldn't help. Jules C says, why did that guy shot those students in Virginia? Mental issues. I was watching his father talk of mental issues, but the minute I heard about that, I knew something was really wrong with this guy. Yeah, he's not well up here. Okay, friends, thank you very much. I will see you all later or tomorrow. Those of you who are into finance, I will be back later this evening at 6 o'clock. I talk about finance, the economy, and all that kind of stuff on every other Wednesday. So those who are interested, I'll see you at 6. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye.